Hello aspirants, welcome to GS Core. In this video, I will be discussing with you about one of the unique program at GS Core, which is Law Advance Weekend Course. So what is unique in this course and what exactly you will be getting from this particular course? So before I begin, actually, I should tell you that this particular course is meant for the persons who are already done with the, you can say, completion of their syllabus, but they are lacking at some moment of time how to write down better answers, how to score 300 plus marks in the optional subject, and what kind of questions you can see in the examination. So basically the ultimate purpose of this course is to quickly revise entire law optional syllabus to all of you within the minimum duration, but in a systematic manner. So the kind of discussion we will be having in this advanced course, it is going to benefit all of you to better prepare for your this war for UPSC. So ultimately at the end of this session, you can definitely say, yes, now I'm confident that I can write down a better answer. And when I say better answer, what is the meaning of this? The simple meaning is actually all UPSC aspirants, they are writing more or less same kind of contents in the answers, because nearly all of the aspirants are referring same standard books. So this is the basic issue which every aspirant face in their career, in their preparation. Because ultimately when you come across the, the study plan or the material which you should refer, so all UPSC aspirants, they generally refer same set of books, same titles, and that creates an issue. Because you are referring the same material and you are doing the same thing, everyone is doing the same thing. So how you can differentiate yourself and in what way you will be able to, you can say, give the, the idea to the paper checker, to the evaluator that yes, your answer sheet is unique as compared with the other aspirant. So that I'm going to discuss with you in this program. So if you see, in this advanced course, the main idea, the main theme is to highlight the main pain areas of the aspirants who have taken this law optional. Even if you're from the law background or not from the law background as well, it doesn't matter. The thing is, law optional is having the highest success ratio as of now. And the most important thing is the syllabus of law optional you can cover in the minimum time period. That is one of the points. So if you have gone through this law optional syllabus during your graduation, or if you're not from the law background, but even if you've gone through the syllabus, then how you can improve yourself? It is actually, you can say, improvement over your preparation. So let us have a discussion with respect to understanding of the previous year questions. I have just shown over here two questions from the PYQs. One is from IPC, that is every culpable homicide and murder is necessarily a hurt. Is necessarily a hurt. So in this case, how you will be, like for example, if this question comes before you in your examination, because generally what you must have seen in the PYQs that every murder is a culpable homicide, but every culpable homicide is not murder. But the question is different over here. It is talking about every culpable homicide and murder is necessarily a hurt, but every hurt is not necessarily a culpable homicide and murder. Elucidate. So if you come across this kind of question, what should be your approach? So first of all, we have to check out what is the marks of this particular question. So how many marks have been assigned to this question? Suppose I am asking you this question in 15 marks question. Because you know very well about what is hurt, what is culpable homicide, what is murder. But how to frame this entire thing, that is the issue. So if you recall that in case of IPC, when we talk about the offenses affecting human body, So generally it starts with section 299. But actually, this is not the correct, you can say, the position of the offenses given under this particular head. Actually, if you go by the entire scenario, like how the offenses actually starts regarding the, against the body. So actually the starting point is assault. Further, you can say the next level of this assault is criminal force. The next level of criminal force is, you can say, hurt. And if it falls under these specific situations given in the grievous hurt, then it will take another shape. And if death is caused due to this grievous hurt, then we can say it can be either culpable homicide not amounting to murder, or it can be a case of culpable homicide amounting to murder. So if you frame your answer in such a way, you are giving an impression in the mind of the paper checker, because ultimately you have to tackle that paper checker, the evaluator. See, when you prepare from the standard books, so you know very well what is this particular topic all about. You know very well, but how you should relate all these things. So if this question comes in the examination, and if you draw this particular kind of, you can say, chart, so ultimately now you can highlight the relationship in a better manner. Relationship of this hurt, culpable homicide or murder in a better manner. But unfortunate part is in IPC, the systematic arrangement of the offenses is not actually systematic. So let us see what government actually do right now, because they are looking for this amendments or overhauling of the criminal laws is going on. So what I mean to say now, if you are better in this preparation of this particular sequence, then obviously now you can better explain how the hurt can become an offense of culpable homicide or murder. Because generally when the people, maximum students, they have prepared that it is culpable homicide, it is murder. Okay, so it is culpable homicide, it is murder. It is genus, it is species, they used to say this only. But now you can make another kind of, the circle as well. Like this is hurt. Venn diagram. So by doing this, now if you draw this kind of, diagram as well, see, now the paper checker will be in a better position to understand your position now. Okay. So this is the way you have to see. So the pain areas is not about the knowledge. The main area is basically the main focus of yours should be upon how to frame the answers in such a way that you score maximum marks. Because our ultimate emphasis is upon to make you score more than 300 marks in the optional subject. It is our clear-cut agenda. That's all. Similarly, if you go by the next question, like for example, last year this question came in the mains. The quotation from a work which has already been lawfully made available to the public does not constitute infringement of copyright. So, you know very well that in case of Copyright Act, we have been given doctrine of fair use. Now the question is, this particular question came into examination because of its relevance due to the fact that many times in Copyright Act, because in CLD, please keep this in mind, you are not supposed to go through the entire law. You have to just focus upon the main areas of CLD, and you should relate the current affairs with the topics given in the CLD part, because it is not the it is not the complete subject. It is just the contemporary developments in that particular field. So for example, in case of IPR laws, can you tell me what is the latest situation right now in the domain of in the domain of IPRs? If you can recall, Chat GPT, basically artificial intelligence. So can you relate this AI with the IPR law? Because now the contemporary development happening in law is use of AI. So if you can relate the use of AI in case of IPR domain, then you can better write down the answer. You should prepare model answers, but for that you should understand what kind of questions you will witness in the mains. So right now the biggest issue is copyright and the contents created by the AI. So the simple answer is, if I say in few words only, if the contents are created by the AI through the involvement of the human being, through the involvement of any human being, then you can simply say that particular person who is behind that use of AI, so that person should get the copyright. But if this is the any kind of content which has been generated by the use of AI without any human interface, then ultimately the creator of the AI should have the copyright. And this AI, even number of countries are working in this domain to take care about the growing issues in the field of AI. So if you can relate the use of copyright, the use of AI in the field of IPR, specifically copyright, because now AI is generating contents. So who will be having the copyright over those contents? It is one of the biggest issue. So if you remember, if you can understand how these things are going to help you out, see, now you're done. The maximum preparation of yours is only this much. So ultimately what we are going to do in this advanced course, so that I will just tell you now. Basically, it is not a one-way communication kind of program. It is actually outcome-based approach in which we will be making you to develop your deep understanding of the subject, because you are very well aware about the contents. Knowledge you have already with you, but the deep understanding and how to prepare yourself to tackle the exam, because maximum aspirants face this issue when they go with this optional subject. So basically, deep understanding, you are not supposed to do any research, that we are doing for you, and how to tackle the exam. So how to have the deep understanding and how to mention those things in the examination is one of the biggest issue. And teaching methodology that makes you exam ready. Ultimately exam pass karna hai bhai. The main purpose is pass the exam. So how to pass the exam, you have to understand this. Having the knowledge is one thing, having the capacity to crack the exam is separate thing. So do not get confused. कई बार लगता है कि यार मेरे को सब कुछ आता है, फिर मेरा एग्जाम क्वालिफाई क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. सब कुछ आने में और एग्जाम क्वालिफाई करने में डिफरेंस है. So having the knowledge of anything is one different thing, but cracking the exam is altogether a different thing. And then regular mentorship session and the doubt clearing and guidance. At GS Core, you can connect with the faculty members directly. You won't find this kind of benefit at any other center. The big thing is, we are there to help you out at any moment of time. Okay. After that, how it will be enriching you. Why we are calling it advanced. The reason is, you will be having 40 classes of 80 hours duration to cover meticulously the selected topics. So I should say the topics which you will be covering over here. So the topics will be the main topics, because unnecessarily reading anything without any base, without any reasoning doesn't make sense. But anyhow, we will be covering maximum part of the syllabus in this session. Then cultivating the legal issues and the viewpoints to analyze and address the contemporary legal development. CLD. CLD is one of the biggest nightmare for all law optional students. But believe me, once you attend the sessions, CLD will be more easy to you rather than law of torts. Even you will, you will say at the end of the session, law of torts. If I say what is your favorite and easy subject, then you will obviously say CLD. We will help you out to relate the current affairs in CLD part. And then updation of the information necessary with reference to the examination and how to relate those current events. Okay. And then demand of UPSC. What they demand? So demand of UPSC is not what you right now preparing actually. Demand is something else. So you have to actually meet their demand with your supply. So the supply of contents we will tell you, and how to meet the demand of the UPSC. So where demand and supply meets, you become an IAS officer. So ultimately demand, supply and IAS officer. So the demand of the UPSC and supply of the contents at your end will make you IAS. Okay. And last, practice driven. The last and final point of this discussion is in this weekend program, the advanced program will be practice driven. Ultimately, everything will be practice based. So we will be giving you mock tests. Okay. You can write down the answers, and regular answer writing sessions will be there. It will be inclusive of 10 sectional and the 4 mock tests, complete tests, which will be covering your entire syllabus in a systematic manner, in a very, you can say, systematic system. Or you can say, after going through these 14 tests, you can say your entire syllabus 100% is over. And then constant corrective measures, because correction is required at every level. So where you are lacking, because the point is, at GS Core, faculty members, basically, we give you the questions, we check the question, the answer sheets, we evaluate your answer sheets. So ultimately we can guide you how to enhance your articulation and how to score better by framing your answer in such a way that the paper checker, the evaluator will say this person should be an IAS officer. So when you come across this particular approach, then only you can say you are a worthy aspirant. So you have to become a worthy aspirant. Right now you are an aspirant, but how you will become a worthy aspirant, that we are going to cover in this session. So let us meet in this advanced course batch, which is going to happen on the weekends. Okay, so I will be waiting to meet all of you. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.